Rocco? Rocco Beard?
Yeah.
Is that your Italian counterpart?
Hey, Costa's father called in the show and offered to buy Jimmy cookies. Wanted to know what flavor he liked. It got creepy, Mike. Oh, by the way.
I leave for one day and it all falls apart. What?
Yeah, not good news for Kenny. Looks like Brock Bowers is likely out for the rest of the regular season. So hopefully they're hoping he'll be back for the
just briefly, because this isn't Georgia radio and this is the Lions day. When they do this, am I wrong to just go, you know what, he's out for the year? Colleges seem to play this game where, remember Jackson Smith and Jigba? They just kept moving the deadline. What do you mean the regular season? There's only a week between the end of the regular season and the SEC title game.
He's having something called tightrope surgery.
Oh, that's what Cedric Tillman had, the Tennessee wide receiver.
Yeah.
They basically, they tie a string from your ankle.
It's to improve the high ankle sprain that he
Yeah.
had. So,
Tillman ended up missing, I think it was it 6 weeks? I'd have to go back and look, but he had this procedure last year.
So they're hoping he'll be back for the SEC championship game. And then for the play. Or, you know what? Just hold him out to the playoffs. So,
okay, noted. Yeah. All right. Well, Kenny, at least you have a season. Or you could be MSU. You could just lay down on the train tracks and wait for imminent doom. I mean, that's kind of what we do.
But you know what? If you do that, if you're MSU, you probably lay down on the wrong train tracks.
Truth. And you've stopped caring. You just don't care.
Hey, it's these tracks. You know what? Screw it.
We'll get to it. But, hey, shout out 52-3 downloading. You wanted to talk seeding. Lions are 5-1. Niners 5-1. Eagles 5-1.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, one of the most impressive line wins of the last quarter century. Zero smarm. Going on the road against a team off a bye who's in first place and dump trucking them. That's big time. Yeah. So, with that in mind, you wanted to bring up dreaming a little bit.
Well, here's what happened. Because yesterday was the perfect storm for the Lions. Because all of a sudden, before the game even happened, the Niners lose because Moody misses a field goal. Everybody goes down.
You just hate to see it.
And they lose to the Cleveland Browns and P.J. Walker. And it's like, wow, okay, didn't see that coming. And then later in the day.
It's almost like Purdy's not very good.
Do you want me to do this?
Yeah, I do. I'm sorry. I owed you for the Giants cheap shot.
No, you started with you gave me a Purdy shot first.
I don't know what we're talking
about. So that means I owe you one.
I don't remember.
Then later in the day, the Eagles looking as if all they have to do is run out the clock against the Jets. Jalen Hurts throws a pick. The Eagles are now losing. So now the Lions are sitting there at 5-1 with the Niners and the Eagles. So I'm like, okay, let's see who these teams have on their schedule. Mike, I'm looking at this. If the Lions can go to Baltimore, and now you're going to go up against a mobile QB, which has been an Achilles heel for the defense. But Baltimore is beatable. They're not like, oh, my God. I was more worried about Tampa than I am Baltimore. The Lions, if I look at this correctly, only have Baltimore, the Chargers, and Dallas as winning teams left on their schedule.
Sounds right.
3. I look at Philly's remaining schedule. Philly has Miami at home, Dallas at home, at Kansas City, Buffalo at home, 49ers at home, at Dallas, at Seattle.
You just hate to see it.
The Niners, Cincinnati at home, at Jacksonville, Tampa at home, at Seattle, at Philly, Seattle at home, Baltimore, and the Rams at home.
Kenny, you just hate to see it.
Do you know what this tells me?
Tell us all.
You're playing a MAC level schedule. Not your fault. You play the teams on your schedule. It's not your fault that the Bears are going to be out there with a emergency QB when you play them.
Bobby Badgett or whatever.
You beat Baltimore.
That was bad.
You're the betting favorite for the number 1 overall seed in the NFC. Home field throughout. You get to start in a bye week. And guess what? You only have to play one of either Philly or San Francisco, not both. So you handle your business in Baltimore.
Say it.
You're the number 1 seed. You're the best team in the NFC.
Now, he's not wrong. I just don't know that he's right. David, I'm looking at you when I say this. I'm not ready to go to the place he's going until or unless we're sitting here. If you all of a sudden, if you can beat one of Baltimore or the Chargers and take care of your business against the Raiders. If you're 7-2 after 9 weeks, and the only thing on that runway where I think, hey, there's a chance you're a dog is Dallas, I'm willing to go there. But I want to see the next couple weeks first.
Well, you know what?
But here's what I am. Here's my declaration. You're not the only one who can be bold.
Okay.
You're number 2 in the NFC. The Eagles, while they are winning, are not right. Losing Shane Steichen, the OC, losing Jonathan Gannon, the DC. It matters. Replacing 6 starters on defense, primarily with young people. It matters. And you have the separator. If you take away Philly's ability to run the ball, Jalen Hurts turns into a pumpkin. You're the number 1 rush D in the league right now at 64 yards a game. I don't have a problem saying, if you're a Lion fan, let's shoot for the 2 seed. You want to start talking about the rarefied air or going to Rico Beard 90210? Well, let's just take care of some business here.
Yeah, but first. Mike, the business is simply don't have a letdown because, my goodness, Bears, Packers, Saints, Bears, Broncos, Vikings. Seriously?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sitting there looking at the Niners are saying, well, we got Tampa, Jacksonville, Seattle, Philly, Baltimore, Rams. A little different.
It is.
These things aren't the same.
No.
You win this game next week, I think you are in full the number 1 seed is in your hands. It's your destiny. The only thing you could do is screw it up.
He's handing out BOGOs. Now, I'm not ready to go there, but I dig it.
But you know, I'm a hater. But I look at the numbers.
You got to let that go.
Statistics.
You got to let that go.
Statistically speaking.
No, you have the recipe. You have an offensive line that will travel, will get the running backs healthy.
Right.
You have the number 1 rush defense in the league.
And your fans will take over Chicago. You will have about 70% Lions fans.
I was just about to say, the thing that separates you from the Niners and from Philly, you're not going to be an underdog in this division. Mm-mm. You've already pounded Green Bay at their place. You will not be an underdog to the Bears. You will not be an underdog to the Vikings. And you will not be an underdog to the Packs' return trip here. Meaning, I hate
5 wins.
Yeah, I hate saying it, but
say it.
It would really be disappointing if you don't go 6-0 in the division. It really would. And that's not something I could say normally.
And let's just say you mess around and you lose 1 to the Vikings. You see what the other teams have to play, and you don't?
Correct. Listen, if you want to talk about the number 1 seed, you got to go 14-3. And I'm just not ready at 5-1 to go there, but I understand why you are, and you're not wrong.
Your schedule is teams with losing records.
Yeah, I need the next couple of weeks. Hey, look, if they hit the bye at 7-1, if they beat Baltimore this weekend, first of all, Monday night may as well be Mardi Gras. Monday night's going to be insane.
Well, you're not afraid of Brian Hoyer?
Monday night's going to be insane. But if you hit the bye at 7-1, I actually could move the timeline up. But I take it week by week, and I want to be 1-0 this week. We are on to Baltimore, Kenny.
Okay. The coupons are back next week. You beat
that's fine. Hey, you want to offer BOGO? If you beat the Ravens, you beat the Raiders. So be it.
Okay.
But remember, something weird happens to teams when they get told how good they are. Handling success is every bit as difficult, if not more, than handling failure. Now, they don't look like the type of team that's going to get fat, drunk, and stupid.
No, I think they already had that moment, though, when they lost to Seattle. Because everybody for 10 days said, you just beat the Chiefs. Dan Campbell, where are you going? I'm going to Disney World.
248-539-9797. David, you're rubbing your beard. You're going crazy here. What's going on?
Because he doesn't want to say it. He doesn't want to.
Well, he doesn't have to. I want to know what he thinks of what you said.
You're exactly right, Rico. I don't want to say it. I really don't. But I'm leaning on your side of this. They are on the road for the number 1 seed. Granted, beat Baltimore, and you do this.
And we just traded for Deshaun Jackson, a.k.a. Jama.
Oh,
we're going to get one deep route a week, and we're going to be okay.
I just can't believe I'm there mentally with this team.
You don't need to be. David, so when I said, hey, win 2 of the next 3 and I'm there, you could take that approach. Or win your next 2 and just say, F it. We go to the bye week and party.
Well, I'm saying, but I said 2 of the next 3. I included the Tampa game.
The last week's game, Sunday's game, yeah.
So I'm saying,
I see.
You win this Ravens game, and I look at the remaining games on your schedule. Looking at the Philly schedule and the Niners schedule, they got a gauntlet. You don't. All you have to do is keep everybody upright, everybody healthy. You're going to be the number 1 seed.
Yeah, and here's what's key. They have to play each other.
Right.
So somebody's getting another loss in there.
Guaranteed.
David, you just hate to see it.
Unless it's a tie.
You just hate to see it. Shameful. 248-539-9797. So we've set the table. Most impressive win I've seen in my 25 years here. This feels like a movement. It feels like a city turning a corner, a franchise turning a corner. You've got the seeding debate. We've got J-Mo making an impact. Like, pick whatever direction you want to go because it's all good. And you're 5-1, and you are now going to settle in for a week of conversation of this is the biggest game in the league. Lions in Baltimore is premium.
And I'm saying, everybody keeps saying it's different. It feels different. Because I'm looking at this schedule, it is different.
There it is.
You need to start believing.
Number 1 rush D in the league, 64 yards a game.
And if that's the case,
now Lamar's got to beat me with his arm.
no, but see, Lamar, the Lamar challenge is when the mobile QB breaks containment on third down. Now, I don't expect their running game to do anything.
Anzalone's faster than Lamar in a straight line, 248.
Wow.
Just let me live. Okay. I don't want to hear any.
All right.
All right, it's time.